Hi guys, and welcome to the second episode of the J&S Podcast. We got me and Sam, I'm my co-host.
Hello.
We've got a ton of things to talk about today. And should we get into it or?
Let's get straight into it.
Okay. So first we're going to talk about Elon Musk. He said he wants to go to Mars.
He does say he wanted to go to Mars. How do you feel about that?
Crazy.
Is that cool, good, bad?
Cool, but crazy in today's sort of world. Maybe
What makes you say that?
Maybe in a couple of 10 years.
I think it's going to be a few years.
It's going to be like it's going to be over 2 decades.
I don't think so. I think he's talking like, I'd have to find the quote exactly, but I'm sure he said like 3 years.
Oh, you can.
I think we already have the
Satellite.
I think he's got a lot of the tech already. If somebody said to you, you could go, would you go?
I don't know. It'd be cool, but I don't know.
It'd be hard living up there at first because you got to you have to survive in
you have to build.
a really hostile environment.
You have to build stuff.
You couldn't go outside. Yeah, you have to build stuff. Yeah. He wants to have 1 million people on Mars by 2050.
Well, I'm not going. That's ridiculous.
I think if I didn't have a family, I would go.
We can use this to research stuff.
Yeah, that's fine. I think if I didn't have a family, I'd go. No. Because you're progressing the human race.
I'm not going. It's 2020 at the moment. That's 30 years. I'll be.
But if you go there, you're doing something for.
You'll be old. You'll be.
I will be.
If you're 29 now.
Yeah.
You'll be.
Quick maths.
In about 20 years, or
59.
in about 30 years, you'll be 59.
Yeah.
Would you be old enough to go? Or would you be old?
No, he wants 1 million people there by then.
Oh.
So the first people will be going soon.
No. He's not going to have 1 million people there by 2050.
Well, people keep telling Elon he's not going to do stuff, and then he just keeps doing it. Look at the Teslas now. Those cars, they're awesome. They drive themselves.
Satellites?
Yeah, Starlink satellites. Is solar panels. They're pretty good. I think they're going to be.
He's a clever person.
Yeah.
He named his daughter like something like.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think part of her name was X-12 because it's his favourite plane. It's his favourite. It's like a stealth jet or something. He put it in her name. But do you not think you would go? Would you not want to be what it's like on a different planet? And do you know if you
No. I'll make a bold prediction.
Go on then.
By 2060 we'll have like aeroplanes going to different countries.
Like interplanet travel.
Yeah, that's what we'll have.
Well,
in 2060,
you know, like when the first people left to go to America.
Yeah.
It's a bit like that.
Yeah.
It's those sorts of people that's going to go, those sorts of adventurers. But what if they go to Mars and then this... okay, then if you're born on Mars, you'd be a Martian rather than an Earthling.
You would be an Earthling.
You'd be a human, but you'd be a human born on Mars.
That would be cool. That would be sick.
Yeah. And you'd be different there because you have different gravity and it's not the same.
You could probably be
pretty similar to Earth, but...
Well, it's probably the most reasonable planet to go to.
It is definitely the most reasonable planet.
It's the closest, apart from the moon, which people are...
But what if he sends loads of like geniuses and then it ends up being like all the humans on Mars are like super clever and they have all the best stuff. And then Earth's just like for the poor people.
Oh, no, I wouldn't want that.
But you want to get there early, don't you? Do you know this is what I'm thinking?
We're not clever or rich. Well, I could be in the future, but...
What do you mean clever? Well, as in we're not like inventing...
We're not inventing flipping solar panels that can go to Mars.
That's true.
But we will have intergalactic travel in at least 100 years.
Yeah.
Because technology will be so good.
So,
there'll be flying cars and aeroplanes going to school.
You reckon? Do you think it's a good thing that we're going to Mars as a human species?
Yes. Yes. We
Yeah.
could imagine if there's some other species there.
Well, I think it's good.
Imagine if there's some other species there we've never known about.
Well, we've got robots over there, and they haven't found anything.
Yeah, how
It's just a robot.
what are robots then? There's robots anywhere, everywhere. On websites, on YouTube.
If we sent an actual robot that's on the surface of Mars right now, and it sends back live video, and it tests the soil to see what compounds are in there, and it looks to find organic compounds, which is would be life.
It's just a robot.
It is a robot, yeah.
It doesn't look for anything.
But do you know what I think is important? Because imagine, like we've had this.
Imagine on one of Mars's moons. Imagine we go there in the future and see if there's any there.
I think one of Jupiter's moons has got liquid water on it.
Ah.
I think, or ice or something. Maybe ice.
Ah.
Europa, maybe.
A bit like Hoth.
One of them.
A bit like Hoth.
Yeah, but I think it's important because we've had this virus and this lockdown. Imagine if we had a virus that wiped out everybody on Earth, or imagine if we had like an asteroid hit. Like it took out the dinosaurs. Imagine if it hit us.
If it did.
Now.
If it did.
Yeah, it's a theory.
Theory.
If that happened now, humans would be gone. But if we have 1 million people living on Mars, we're still going.
Ah.
And we can come back. We could come back to Earth later on. So it increases our chances of survival.
That makes me want to go.
That's how I think about it.
That's one of the reasons that makes me want to go.
Yeah, like let's get a moon base.
Yeah.
Let's get people in orbit. That's more tricky because there's no gravity.
We'll have orbit. I was talking about intergalactic. They'll go around orbits.
Well,
and there'll be like tour buses, but there'll be like space tour buses.
It'd just be like common. It'd be common to get on a rocket and go.
Yeah, and they'll have like tour buses, but in space.
That would be cool.
They would.
Well, Virgin Galactic already do that. You can pay them a lot of money, and they take you up in a craft, and it goes up a long way. I don't know how far exactly. I have to look up, and it goes up into like just out of the atmosphere, I think.
No.
Yeah, you can do it right now.
Well,
A guy called Richard Branson. Have you heard of him?
No.
Yeah, they do a. Let me see. I'm just gonna look it up right now.
That's the Virgin Galactic will do it.
Well, they're just doing trips into space. Elon's about like, let's go to Mars, which is a bit like.
It's crazy.
It's a bit crazy.
Cool.
It's a bit crazy.
It's cool though. Cool.
Yeah, isn't it cool to have somebody that's trying to do it though?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Rather than nobody trying to do it.
He's a bit of a maniac, but he's clever and he knows a lot of stuff.
You've got to be a bit crazy to be that brilliant. What did he say? It's a reusable spaceship, and they take it up. I don't know. We'll have to look it up another time. Anyway.
Should we get on to the next?
What's next?
I was going to talk about the top 3 cutest animals in Star Wars.
Okay, so let's round this out a bit, because on the last episode, you still hadn't watched all of episode 8 and the whole of 9.
I've watched them now.
Okay, so thoughts on the Rise of Skywalker and the let's do that now, and then we'll lead into that one.
Okay.
So and then what do you think of that? What do you think of the sequel trilogy as a whole? Sum it up.
The sequel trilogy as a whole, bit crazy, but it's been the second best trilogy.
Okay.
Apart from the prequel was the best.
Yeah. Okay.
Because.
Prequel memes.
Yeah. I know to a lot of original people, it's like different because you've seen lots of Star Wars. I've seen them in order, and I like the newer ones.
Yeah, you like the new episodes.
Yeah, Rise of Skywalker is like crazy, very crazy.
What was the best bit of that film?
Can I say my top 2?
Yeah.
I know when Rey burned her vehicle. Rey burned her Star One, and then
on the island.
and then she threw her lightsaber into the fire, and Luke Skywalker's a Force
Cool.
ghost just came up and died. The
Cool.
Jedi lightsabers need a little bit more respect than that.
Yeah,
That's a bit sick. And when
he's a Force ghost.
And when Rey just smashes Palpatine
In the fight.
Yeah, and the third best bit is probably...
What was that when he's hitting her with lightning, Force lightning, and then she has the 2 lightsabers. Yeah. She's got, what? She has Leia's lightsaber and Anakin's lightsaber. And then, okay.
What? Anakin...
Do you like the ending?
The ending was...
Do you think it was a good ending?
Oh, the ending is the best bit in...
That Ben dies. Ben Solo dies. But he saved...
He
died to save...
He used all his energy to save Rey.
Yeah, used the Force to heal
But
her.
he because they're both so strong in the Force, he knew that Rey would have destroyed Palpatine.
Yeah.
I think he was good but bad.
Yeah, he kind of went bad, but then Rey sort of brought him back, didn't she?
That there's a theory going about that the Knights of Ren are Luke's former students, but I don't think that's true.
Why is that?
Because what?
They don't use lightsabers either.
Yeah,
which I thought was strange.
They use like these sword javelin things.
Yeah, you would have thought that if they were like trained Jedi, and they turned to work with Kylo Ren or Ben Solo.
Oh no, because
he would have given them lightsabers to use.
When Ben Solo, no, because they don't have like loads of lightsabers. There was 2 surprising bits in the movie for me. I didn't know Leia would have changed as a Jedi.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. And Rey is a Palpatine. What?
Rey is a Palpatine, yeah.
Skywalker now, but...
She's claimed the name Skywalker, hasn't she? And she's got a new lightsaber.
Oh, that yellow one.
The yellow one. The yellow one. So, what's the reason behind the yellow lightsaber?
Well...
Can you remember why people have blue and green?
Jedi Masters. Something to do
blue,
with Jedis.
I think blue... when I read about this...
Blue is just like a Jedi.
No, I think they train in combat.
Blue.
Like lightsaber combat. Green is more training the Force.
So like Luke Skywalker.
Yoda,
Luke Skywalker.
Qui-Gon. And then yellow is balance. Balance.
I don't think it is.
You try to bring balance.
I've been researching it for a couple of days, and it's not. I don't think it's about a Jedi that's composed and like.
Okay, yeah.
Whoever it is.
Because don't the Jedi Temple Guard have yellow lightsabers?
Yeah, no, I think they have blue.
I read they had yellow.
Oh, well, in the Knights of the Old Republic, Bastila Shan was was the only Jedi and the Jedi Master. She had a yellow double-sided, like Darth Maul's lightsaber, but yellow.
Does she?
Yeah.
Did you see it in the game?
I haven't seen it yet, but...
Okay, you just read it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But she defeated Darth Revan on the Republic ship. I've been playing the game. But, yeah, it's about a Jedi Master or Jedi. I think it's mostly Jedi Masters. Or, like, the only Jedi of the kind.
Yeah. It's like a special kind.
It's like a special kind. It's like the last Jedi, but Rey.
Yeah. Okay. So she's the only one. Like, do you think she's going to train up more?
What? We don't know.
We don't know.
Lucasfilm and Disney have confirmed there's going to be a new one in a couple of years from now.
That's cool.
2023.
Okay. So what was the original question you were going to ask?
Oh, the original question: top 3 cutest animals in Star Wars.
Cutest animals.
I've been thinking about this for the past couple of days.
So for me.
So for you.
I'm gonna say.
Mandalorian included.
All right. Okay.
Actually, no, not Mandalorian included. Nope.
So you can't say Baby Yoda.
Can't say Baby Yoda, although he is the cutest if you include it.
Okay. Ewok.
Ewoks are cute. Is that your number 1?
Ewok's number 1.
I'm putting Porg as my number 1.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Chewie ate Porg and they're just so cute.
The little penguin.
Penguin. It's like a cross with a penguin and guinea pig.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
It's like a small guinea pig penguin.
I think that. Ewoks. What are the bears
Ewoks.
on Endor?
Ewoks.
Are they?
Yeah, Ewoks are the bears of Endor. I remember
Are
Leia.
what are the little things that live on Tatooine and they drive that big like junk thing around? They captured the C-3PO at one point and it took his head off and stuff.
Babu Frick.
No, Babu Frick. He's
quite
number
cute.
2.
Okay, he's number 2.
And the little whatever they are on
Porg.
whatever they,
Last Jedi
no
and-
whatever they are on Tatooine.
Oh.
Those things.
Oh, Babu Frick. I reckon Babu Frick's got to be in
No.
there. Babu Frick's quite cool. Hey!
It's Ewok. What are they called?
Well, Porg, Ewok. Porg's first for me, and then Ewok second, and then Babu Frick's number 3.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. Oh, Jawas. You know the Jawa?
Oh, they're pretty cool.
So Jawa, Babu Frick, and then Ewoks.
So no Porg.
No.
So cute. How can you do that?
Well, I'll go for the old school ones.
Okay. Right, moving on to our next question. Should the Bundesliga be starting in next
When are they
Saturday?
starting?
I think it's May the 15th.
What have they said? The league begins. So they're saying league starts.
May 16th, I think. There's a Revia derby, which is Schalke and
But
Dortmund.
wouldn't it normally be the summer for the Bundesliga
No.
at the moment? Summer break.
Yeah, but they're not. They have basically had a summer break. This
Have they?
lockdown time.
Okay, so it says the Bundesliga is the first of Europe's major leagues to resume after lockdown, albeit without crowds. So they're not going to have any crowds. May 16th, resume following a 2-month shutdown. Each team has 9 or 10 league matches to play in order to complete the season.
Liverpool only needed 3 wins to win the title, so...
Yeah, that's true. Well, it says here, unlike Premier League proposals to use neutral venues, Bundesliga teams will play matches at the home team stadium as normal, but behind closed doors, of course. So they're just going to crack on. They're all going to be tested.
Well,
So you're not allowed on the pitch without test. And
That's
let's
pretty
be
cool.
fair, Germany they've got the best healthcare system in the world. And what have they got? The lowest ratio of deaths to whatever?
Haven't they got the same...
So I'd say
Number.
they're probably well positioned to do that.
We got a lot of deaths.
I mean, we were talking about Elon. He thinks that...
It's fake.
I don't think he thinks it's fake. I think he just thinks people have exaggerated the situation. But we don't know.
I
don't think we know yet.
No, we don't know.
I don't
Should
think
I go
so.
on to the next?
Well, what do you want to say about Bundesliga? What's your opinion? Is
I
that
just-
good, bad?
I just want...
Okay.
I just
You're
think...
just happy to see football.
I'm just happy to see football. I heard that all matches are going to get televised. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, at least it's something to watch.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
if you're missing football, that's good. But
Right,
what about
I've got-
Premier League? Would you like to see them do something similar?
I'd like to see what. Let me tell you about all Britain's leagues. I would
Okay.
like to go League 1 and League 2. I think they should do like a mini tournament. That's been said, maybe.
Really?
And that's serious.
What, like a knockout tournament?
Not with all the teams,
What,
with
to
the
just
top
give
6.
people something to watch?
But the top 6.
I guess Euros is just not happening.
No, the Euros is 2021. Definitely.
Okay.
But yeah, Championship they should. They're not going to do. They won't do the playoffs. They'll do points per game. Points per game
Okay.
for the Championship, and then Premier
Don't know.
League. The Premier League. Liverpool should be awarded. Liverpool will win the title.
Liverpool should, yeah.
Liverpool should win the title.
It's tough though
No,
because it could.
actually,
It wasn't.
Actually, if we're not in a state to do it in the next 2 weeks, the season should be not voided, like no relegation, but stay where it is.
Do you reckon?
No relegation, but stay where it is. Like Liverpool would win the title.
They should stay where it is, but nobody gets relegated.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
have playoffs for
Or have
relegation.
playoffs.
Yeah,
relegate.
like
like the German league do,
yeah, because it's kind of tough.
to relegate teams when they still have a chance of
Yeah,
survival.
I think freezing people at the top is not too big a deal because
Yeah, Liverpool were always going to win the Premier League. They only needed 3 wins. They were always going to do it. Unless Man City came back with a like, Barcelona versus PSG style comeback.
which was it mathematically was still possible, right? So it could have happened,
But
very unlikely.
Liverpool had like a 15-point lead.
Yeah,
They wouldn't win.
yeah, that's tough.
But yeah. Should we move on to the next?
Tough call to make.
Okay. If you don't know, yesterday was the E-Day, which is the celebration of 75 years since World War II ended.
Yeah.
I did a PowerPoint on it.
Yeah. So tell us something about VE there.
Well, the war.
I'll tell you what. I've seen.
The war.
How many years was it? 75.
75.
I've never seen somebody celebrate VE Day ever in my life. I might be wrong, and people might do it every year.
You would have been 4 since the last proper anniversary, 50 years. You would have been 4.
Yeah, is it not something people do every year?
No. Only like
It's strange. I've never seen people celebrate it, but maybe I could be wrong.
Maybe it's only like the proper anniversary, like 50, 25, 75, 10,
maybe that's it.
5.
Tuesday the 8th of May, 1945, the end. Churchill.
Well, the war wasn't finished, actually. The war wasn't ended, but Germany surrendered. Japan was still in it.
They still dropped bombs on Japan.
Yeah.
But it was the end of the fight in Russia, in Europe.
End of the European fight.
Yeah. We've not had it too much since.
There's this iconic picture I saw of an Australian man dancing.
Really?
Yeah.
75 years ago. It's not that long ago. It's not that long.
It's not that long. All peace is pretty much in Europe at the moment. I don't know what America are doing with, isn't it like...
Global politics?
No. Isn't it like Kazakhstan or something?
What?
That USA are like... Boy, they were bombing.
Troops there.
Wasn't it like Kazakhstan or something?
Was
it Iran?
Iran, Afghanistan?
I think it was Iran.
Well, Iran are known to harbour terrorists. They let them stay there. Also, my global politics is not the best, so
no,
I'm not an expert.
I don't know a single thing. I'm too young to know.
I think Saudi have good relationships with the USA. I think there's American oil companies in those parts of the world, and their religion. There's two types of Islam out there: Sunni and Shia. And Iran and Saudi clash over it, and they both want to. I think they both want to take each other out. So the US end up on Saudi's side for business, which puts pressure on Iran, and then you hear about Iran being backed by Russia and other things. I don't really know, but it doesn't sound good. I don't really know.
But peace in Europe is fine.
We have mostly peace in Europe. Russia invaded Crimea not too long ago. Annexed Crimea, which is part of Ukraine. They just walked in and took it.
Crimea, they're a small country.
Ukraine?
No, Crimea.
Crimea is a small section.
No, it's a country. It's a proper country.
Is it?
Yeah, on Football Manager, it's a proper country.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was part of Ukraine.
And it doesn't. They don't have rights to Football Manager, so.
Well, it's a key place for Russia because it gives them access to the Black Sea. So they couldn't get boats in the sea unless they have that port. And nobody did anything about that. They just went in and got it.
What? They killed.
And I think there's a treaty, where something should have been done, but.
Well, it's mostly in the Russian part of Europe, around Russia. I think Western Europe, like some main countries in Europe, like England, Germany.
Yeah, I think the sketchy. It's just
England and Germany. England, Germany, and France are like the main countries in Western Europe, and they're all peace now.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah, Crimea is a peninsula located on the northeastern coast of the Black Sea.
Yeah, so that's why they did it.
Yeah. Let's just describe it. So that the Crimean Peninsula north of the Black Sea in Europe was annexed by the Russian Federation between February and March 2014, and since then has been administered as two Russian federal subjects, the Republic of Crimea and the federal city. So essentially, they just walked in and took it.
That was a couple of years.
Which you don't think about that happening nowadays.
That was 6 years ago now. That was quite a long time ago.
6 years, yeah, it's not that long.
What, for me it's long because that's for me.
Yeah.
Like nothing. No, for you that's like a couple of months. For me, it's
but neither of us live
nearly
there,
my
and
life.
I have heard that people who lived in Crimea spoke Russian and wanted to be part of Russia anyway.
So that's not
And
really
historically, I believe in that part of the world, they always have been under
Mm.
Russian influence. So maybe that's why it didn't cause a fuss. Anyway.
Right. Anyway, should we go on to the Star Wars? Should we go on to something Star Wars now, or should we move on to something else?
Yeah. What other current affairs have we got going on?
Well, I put potential fight. So let's look at the potential fight between Hathor Bjornsson.
I think it's confirmed.
Is it confirmed?
I think it's confirmed. Yeah.
Versus Hathor. Well, check it. But versus current 501 kilogram deadlift world record holder actor Hathor Bjornsson and Eddie Hall, the former world's strongest man. Or current, I don't know.
So they're claiming it the world's heaviest boxing match.
What is confirmed? Is it confirmed?
Yeah.
It's confirmed.
Yeah.
Oh, that's big. That's big. That's very, very big.
Yeah. So I've seen clips of Eddie training before, boxing.
He looks pretty good.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. He doesn't look like a boxer.
He
doesn't move like a boxer, but he's obviously not. He can throw a punch, right? Now my big issue in this fight.
Isn't Hathor? Isn't Hathor Bjornsson?
Hathor. This is quote. I can see myself knocking him out early on, possibly in the first round. Unquote. Yeah, so he's throwing shade already. He's throwing shade.
He's just trying to get into Eddie's head.
Yeah.
Isn't he?
He says, I don't have any boxing experience. I haven't really trained in the past. But I've been doing it a few days, and it's crazy for me how I can see myself learning and getting better.
Isn't he an actor?
Yeah, he's been in stuff, yeah. Eddie definitely has. But my thing is, like, he's massive compared to Eddie. He's got much longer reach. He's, like, just bigger.
Yeah, but Eddie...
And I feel like they're both so massive.
Eddie Hall's stronger, I reckon. Because he's the world's strongest... He's current and former world's strongest man.
He's not current.
Current?
World's strongest man at the moment.
Oh.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about the actual competition.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Thor's world's strongest man.
I didn't know that.
Or was it Martin Lissus?
It's
the
not,
last one.
It's not Hathor.
Was it Lissus?
I only know
I think
two.
it might have been Lissus. Anyway, I just feel like there's a big size difference. And plus, they're both
Eddie
so
Hall
big.
No. Eddie Hall has proper training for it.
Yeah, but do you think they're really going to last that long? Like, their cardio is just not going to be able to keep up with them fighting, surely.
It's going to be early on. It's going to be early on.
Because I'm thinking, like, you got people like Conor McGregor, right? And he has a bit of a problem with
Height.
his gas tank.
And height.
No, his gas tank, like how long he lasts in a fight. And he trains purely to fight. And then you've got these massive guys that, I mean, muscle uses a lot of oxygen to move, right? You can't tell me Thor's going to bounce around a ring for 10 rounds.
That's the advantage.
Why?
That's the advantage to Eddie Hall. Because if Eddie Hall's smaller, he's got more
Possibly, yeah.
to pump around.
Possibly.
So he could have more.
More in the tank.
Hathor could be
Overburdened with muscle.
He could be blowing, and Eddie can just strike other below.
That's true. That could happen. Eddie could be like Mike Tyson. Shorter guy, because Mike Tyson was short compared to and smaller than a lot of heavyweights. But he just knocked them all out.
Isn't Conor McGregor quite small?
Well,
he's not tall.
So in heavyweight in boxing, I might be wrong when I say this, but I don't think there's there's not like a minimum weight. Whereas so Mike Tyson, he was a small guy who went up into the heavyweight division.
Yeah.
Right. But Conor, he has gone up a weight division, but he weighed the right weight for that weight division. He was at the upper category. So there wasn't a difference in weight between him and the person he's fighting.
How about height?
What do you mean?
Is Conor McGregor smaller? Is he a small guy?
Depends who he's fighting.
What, if he's fighting Hathor Bjornsson?
There's clips of them sparring online, and Conor just hits him, and Thor can't get anywhere near him. They're only playing, they're only touching each other, but Thor can't get anywhere near him. But if he did, he's a beast, so I don't know how much
Eddie Hall can just like...
fighting experience comes into it. I don't know.
I can just
Maybe
imagine
Conor
in my
kicks
head a massive giant fighting a ant.
What about this, right? What about the winner fights Conor McGregor but in a boxing match?
Ooh, that would be quite cool.
That'd be hilarious.
Throwing it out there.
That'd be hilarious. It'd be a massive mismatch though, and it'd be a professional fighter against somebody who's not a professional fighter, so
But the world's
it's a bit
strongest man.
unfair. What's the next YouTuber boxing match you want to see?
I don't
KSI?
I don't want to. KSI's. I don't know if he's not gonna. I don't think he's gonna do it again. I think
He was alright though, wasn't he? He's like quite good.
he beat two people.
He beat Logan Paul twice, didn't
Yeah, he beat Logan Paul twice. He beat Joe Weller.
he? Yeah.
I would quite like two British ones.
Would you?
I would quite like KSI again, but he should fight either KSI versus Jake Paul.
Yeah.
KSI would rip him to shreds.
Who did Deji beat Jake Paul, or did Jake Paul beat Deji?
I don't know. You got to search it.
Oh, I don't know either.
I think it was Deji. I'm not sure. Let me search it.
I think Deji lost.
I don't know.
I think Deji lost. I'm not 100% sure. I should probably
Boy, keep talking.
look this up. I don't know.
Who?
But you've also...
Jake Paul won.
Yeah, I thought so.
But Deji had a good effort. I reckon Deji could fight.
Someone else.
Deji, he should fight
Chris MD.
England. No. He's tiny.
Is it?
He wouldn't last a round.
Oh, fair enough.
Although he's my favourite YouTuber, he wouldn't last a round.
What about two of the hashtag boys to have a fight?
Oh, Jesus. I reckon.
Have you heard that UFC is going ahead this weekend?
No.
Yeah, on I need to check the latest, but I think they're on a private island, Fight Island, and they're having a full on UFC event. No fans.
If you wanted hashtag United players, Yanni, you don't know who that is. Don't worry about it. Yanni and
Who do you want to
actually
see him fight?
no. I don't want to see that.
Well, this
the manager Jay Devereaux versus Joe Keith.
I don't know who they are, but that sounds hilarious.
Jay Devereaux. Let me show you a picture.
No, come on, it's audio. Anyway, anything else on the list?
Well, I had one more Star Wars thing, but I think we're Star Wars out today.
Yeah, okay, all right.
But yeah, I think.
Well, we're over half an hour in, so should we leave it there for this one?
Yeah. Well, thanks for watching the second episode of the J&S Podcast. I hope you enjoyed. Mm-hmm. Like, subscribe, comment about things that we could put in our next podcast or stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Peace.
see ya.